Getting some new insight this morning on long COVID and who's more likely to get it and suffer through it. This is something scientists have been studying all throughout the pandemic, trying to figure out how the virus can affect us long term. We have ABC Action News reporter Larissa Scott right now. And Larissa, you spoke to some local experts about the new data. Tell us what this means for adults and kids, too.
Well, James, long COVID is something that researchers will be studying for years to come, but this new research gives us the first significant look into how prevalent it really is.
Long COVID is really defined as any symptom that is new, worsening, or continuing after COVID.
And it can last for months or even years. A new study with data collected by the CDC and Census Bureau suggests about 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. who have had a COVID-19 infection are suffering from long COVID symptoms.
Most of us that got COVID at one point or another, we had a cough, right? It would be normal to have a cough for 2, even 3 weeks after the fact, but 2 or 3 months, abnormal. Some people experience the loss of taste and the loss of smell. For some people, that's never returned.
Other symptoms include brain fog, having a hard time concentrating, chest pain, difficulty breathing, heart palpitations, and fatigue.
And this isn't like, oh, it's a long day of work, I'm tired. This is, I can't do work. I can't do my normal activities.
So who is more likely to get long COVID? That's something scientists continue to look into. But this study finds that women are more likely than men to experience long COVID and that older adults are less likely to suffer from it.
What seems to be in the information is that people who had severe COVID were more likely to have long-term COVID.
But doctors say anyone can get it, even if they had a mild infection or no symptoms at all. Another study shows that kids are getting long COVID too, which is concerning for doctors because they don't know how this will affect them as they grow up.
So it really does look like we're seeing long-term COVID in younger individuals, which highlights the necessity to really vaccinate in those younger groups.
Now that vaccines are authorized for kids under 5, pediatricians are encouraging families to get their children vaccinated.
The data has been overwhelmingly positive, both in terms of preventing illness and, more importantly, preventing long-term complications of COVID, preventing in kids the multi-system inflammatory shock syndrome, preventing myocarditis, which can be induced by COVID, preventing hospitalization, preventing death.
And it's not just kids. Doctors are urging everyone to stay up to date on their vaccines.
Vaccination can prevent against long-term COVID.
Health officials say what's concerning about long COVID is that they don't know how long it will last or how it will impact people years down the line. They say if you are experiencing any lingering symptoms, to reach out to your doctor. I'm live in Tampa this morning. Larissa Scott, ABC Action News.